Yo, what is good? My anime babe, what is good? With everything going on in my uncle's from another world, it definitely is giving the vibes that we are only scratching the surface of the crazy, weird, kooky things that he's probably done in the other world to the point now where he's really showcasing higher forms of magic, right? We've already seen like the dimension, like holding his storage holding that he still has, which I don't know why he hasn't just thought of, you know, storing like a whole house or something and then just putting it on a remote island. I don't know, it'd be something just weird like that. There's so much you could do with his abilities. I think that's another reason why the show got more and more interesting, is because we go from episode one where he's kind of barely showing magic in the case of like fire and wind, or mostly wind, and he's like putting it online, to all of a sudden he's full blown, um, you know, transforming in the latest episode, which is pretty significantly higher than just, outright just making wind or fire. He's so much of the person that, someone actually believed it, that it wasn't him, even though he had very terrible dialogue. It is what it is, but he found a way to almost talk to the friend of the nephew and kind of pick her brain about how she feels. But of course, he shows up and ruins his chances of doing that. Overall, I think there is a lot of different reasons why I kind of fell off with the first episode. But watching it again and just like having hope that everything continues to be interesting was worth it at the end of the day. I think this show has a lot of people enjoying it, right? There's a lot of sides of people where I'm seeing they're saying this is their comedy anime of, like the year already and stuff like that, with just so many episodes. And granted, it is funny. I don't see it as a comedy of the year, but I do see it has potential to become one because it's so out there compared to other isekais. This is someone who like lived that life and has come back from it, but for some reason has his powers. It's like Kimito showing up back in the real world, and he's like an expert dual wielding swordsman after all the experience he has in the game. But for him, he lived in a whole nother world, and he's bringing it back. Flying, wind, you guess it. But yeah, I think it was pretty funny to see how far the uncle was willing to go to try to help out his nephew open his eyes. But seeing exactly what that girl looked like back in the day, I can understand why he would have zero attraction to her. Yeah, especially trying to make you eat poop. Like, that's traumatizing. And even the uncle kind of knew at that point it's not looking good for her. Like, you are somewhat of a worse memory that he has, even though he treats her nicely or whatever. Now, it more or less might still be from the trauma that he suffered as a kid. You never really know at these points. So I am interested to see how that plays out between the two of them. But overall, I will be adding this show to the watch list of stuff. I was gonna wait for the next episode to drop, but shout out to your boy Unknown. If y'all are happy that I'm talking about this show, it's because of that dude. And yeah, we're about to see some very interesting stuff coming up here with everything we already know about the show, kind of ramping up and giving us more information about the other world. We really learned that the uncle is kind of a player, and he has a lot of girls that the nephew is jealous of. But at the end of the day, he doesn't even know that those girls care about him or even like him. So we'll see how all this plays out. I hope you're all having an amazing one. I will definitely talk to you later. Sunday, I'm not sure what animes are coming, but I will drop something for sure if nothing drops that I'm interested in. So with that being said, take care and peace.